what happened. I woke up in a big old pile of money. Hey, all you KTM guys, come on, I'm Team Warren. Don't think I'm coming down on you. I, on the other hand, and you on the other hand, and a lot of people on the other hand, why don't we have a 450? As a competitor, do a lot of body. But here's my thinking.
Hello and welcome, Rant and Ride. Joe here, 690 ADV, 690 Garage. Just decided to take a little toot route, get off a little bit, get a little dirt, take the 690 out for a little spin. Today's little topic rant, I'm going to talk about some tires a little bit. A little bit of some tires, a little dual sport action. What is that dual sport tire, man? What's the best one? Which one's going to get you to where you want to go? Which one's going to be the deal, man? Which one's going to be the comfy on the highway? Which one's going to be awesome off-road? Which is the best? What's the best? I've used a ton of tires. Bunches of them. I spoon my own tires. I put them on. I balance my tires. I do everything. Everything's done in-house. I have a lift, I have everything. We have reviews. We are going to be doing a lot of tire reviews coming up. I know we're new. Just bear with us. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. I promise you that. Here we are. This right here, Kenda Big Block. Let's take a little sneak peek on this one. This is on the 690R from KTM. I love this bike. I just want to marry it. I want to hug it and squeeze it and sleep with it, but my wife would leave me if I did that. This tire right here is a 50/50 tire. I do like this tire a bunch. I did a review on it. We're still chewing up this tire a little bit. It's doing pretty good. I'm not real unimpressed in the life of it. It's doing a really good job so far, and I think that it's gonna be a better deal. I'm still trying to get that information on the newer compound. I love the front tire. I know that Storymoto, he got a Kenda block for I think his F800 GSA, and I know he really likes it. I like it too. It digs in real good, especially off-road. It's got pretty good manners on the highway, and it's not too crazy. You don't have a whole lot of vibe, any of that type of stuff. Not a lot comes up through the forks, up into the handlebars. It does real good, but I've used a bunch of tires, especially dual sport tires. So I went everything from 50/50s. I've done 80/20s. On my trip, I'm going to have a couple of little pop-ups on there on what I ran in our Utah run last year. On a 2080 tire. Let me tell you what, it was not a gem on the highway, but it wasn't horrible. It was not horrible. It was the MC360 or the 360 MC tire that was, it's a really pretty cool tire. I'll put some pictures up on that. It did actually pretty decent. Now, off-road, make no mistake about it, that tire destroyed. It absolutely destroyed. It killed every bike. It did such a fabulous job. Anyway, we're just ranting. There ain't no riding going on. So I'm going to jump back on the bike. We're going to fire up. Let's go ride a little bit, because that's the name of the game, baby. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. I love this 690. Such a great bike. But anyway, back to the tires. The Kenda Big Block. I think they're the 764 series. Pretty cool tire. I like it. It handles well. Does very good and soft. It does good in the rain. On the highway banners, it's not bad. I think it's rated at 99 miles an hour is what the highway speed is. And it does very good job. Now on the 690, make no mistake, this is not a highway beast. This is not going to be your F800 GSA or your, 1200 or 1090 KTM. That's not what this bike is. This bike is what I want it to be. It is an off-road beast, and I want a 50/50 tire. I want to go as aggressive as I possibly can and still keep mild comfort on the road without too much vibro. So, with that being said, there's only so many tires that fit that category. Now, tires that I have used. Let's start with this one. I have used the Kenda Big Block. I put it on, this is my second bike that I've put it on. The first bike was a DL650 V-Strom. Great bike. If you've never owned a V-Strom, very capable dual sport bike. So, but let's get back into the tire. It did pretty good, but it didn't last, you know. I mean, the off-road manners were really awesome, but the on-road manners, it died down. It just did not quite give me the life that I wanted out of that tire. So, with that being said, my buddy Story on his DL650, he ran that tire on our trip out to Tennessee, which we did all the twisties, all that stuff. We did Dragon's Tail, we did Devil's Whip, all those different little ride roads, and we did some roads that some locals told us about that aren't even on the little beaten path that everybody goes and does. And just to let you know, not our cup of tea, probably never do it again, too crowded, too crazy. Not a whole lot of fun, but that tire did very well on the twisties. It holds very well. It's a decent tire. It's not too stiff. It warms up real quick, and it does very well on the road. It sticks very well, especially in the wet, and it does very well in the dry, in the heat. All right, on to the next set of tires that are great. The 250 or the CRF 250L that you see me riding around on. That tire right there is the E-0804, E-0805. That is a Shinko tire. Anybody that bashes Shinko, you know, do what you want. I like them. They're an inexpensive tire, and that E-045 is a bang-up tire. It is amazing. It is a great tire. We got about 6K out of those tires on a heavy bike, which is basically on my F800, and did fabulous. It does great in almost everything. Does magnificent on the highway. Super highway manners. Anything under 30 miles an hour on a 50/50 tire, anybody knows that, you're going to get roar and ramble. But once you get over 30, she purrs like a little kitty cat. But she does very well on the highway, and she does great in the rain too. So, with that being said, that tire off-road does magnificent because it's almost like a paddle. The way that the sipings are on that center channel that goes on there, it does very, very well on sand. It does very well in scree. It does good in light rock and heavy rock. Where we did find that it had its Achilles heel was in kind of soft, sloppy mud. Slipped around quite a bit, not a whole lot of traction, and when you're on those big fat piggy bikes, they are not fun when they're out of control. So with that being said, that was really the only flaw we found with that tire. It really kind of was a bang up, just go-to tire, and we really, really loved it. It was a great tire. So there'll be posts on that where you can actually find that tire, all that good stuff. You know, these tires I'm going to talk about, they're all going to be in the comments. You can go find those in the descriptions in the actual video below. It'll be on there, and you'll be able to get all that information and where to buy it from. Remember, Chaparral Motorsports, bang, bang, bang. That's one of my favorites. Rocky Mountain ATV, love those guys. Those are my go-tos when I get my tires. They usually, between those two, nobody beats them. Nobody beats them. I don't care. You can go see your buddy Fred or Jim or Bob or Billy Bob or Frederico. I don't care who it is. There's nobody going to beat those guys. And their shipping is amazing, and their prices are cheap. So check them out. They're really awesome. Anyway, back to what we're talking about with that tire E-04, E-05. That thing is bang up. That's a 4 out of 5 in mine. This right now, this Kenda Big Block, right now it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm leaning on a 4 right now because I like it. I really do. I like the tire. It's sticking well. It does great on the highway. When I get up the speed, it doesn't get too nutty on me. Off-road, it's sticking real well. I just really want to see where the mileage is. If I can get 2,500 miles for $125 and I spoon them on, bang, 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 I just won. If you don't do your tires, that's where you can kind of fail a little bit, because now it's about $50 a tire to have them spooned on, and now you're getting expensive. You're $200-something. So, but check our channel out. We are going to have how you can put your own tires on. You're going to be able to do it yourself. I don't care what your skill level is. I don't care if you are a girl or a guy and you're just getting started. I'm going to show you the tools to get, what you can do, very cheap, under $200. And you can be doing your own tires. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Do your own tires and save yourself a boatload of cash. Now, you can go as exuberant as you want, but you'll be able to do your own tires. Next tire I'd like to talk about is going to be the Mitas. A lot of people like to call it Mitas. It is not Mitas, it is said Mitas, and I found that tire many years ago, and I finally basically broke down and bought a set. What I got was the basically the 07 Dakar series. They have two different series. They have the Dakar and they have the standard. The Dakar basically has more layers, or basically like your sidewall and your top wall. It just basically has different layers. It has a whole bunch more layers than your standard. It's a very durable tire. It is amazing. They do categorize it as a 50-50 tire, but it rides like an 80-20. Pictures coming up. You're going to see it. And the thing is that tire is very smooth on the road, and it's very deceptive. You look at this tire and you're going to go, no, I'm not going to get that tire. That tire is not a 50-50 tire. Well, bada bang, bada bang, bada bang, ba-chicka-ba-ka-ba-dow. Yeah, it is actually. And I've got footage to prove what that thing can go through. Does amazing. We took that tire through Colorado. We took it through some nice, not super hairy, but pretty good stuff. I mean, anything that you would definitely want a knobby on, that chevron pattern tore it up. It tore it up. It did such a great job. Mud, sand, you pick it, it did it. It did a great job, and the best thing is its manners on the highway, baby. It was like your girlie rubbing on your back on a good Saturday night. I mean, it was just smooth as butter, baby. And especially on those 800 GSAs, man, you're just bumping 85, 90, wow, just blowing it up down those rural roads where you only pass a car like once every, 10 miles you might see a car. Yeah, that tire straight up. I think its speed rating is around 120 miles an hour. You're not going to outrun that tire, especially on its consistency. It's amazing. It is a great tire. Now here's the kicker. It's not cheap. But that tire in itself, for what it is, buddy story, I still have one back at the 690 garage. It's still on my 800 GSA. I'm sitting at almost 5K on that tire, and she's almost at 50%. Do the math on that. My buddy Story, I think he's sitting at about 6K on his, and what he did is the back tire's still in immaculate shape. He just went out and got him a Kenda Big Block on the front because he wanted a little bit more dig. You know, he got tired of that slide or that push, and he wanted a little bit more grab or aggressive because he lives in Florida, and he really likes it to dig in because he's in really super soft sand out there. So that's what he did, is he put on a Kenda Big Block. But it wasn't that the tire underperformed. Take that with what it is. It did a great job. He just wanted a little bit more because he's a nutbag. He does love to ride. He gets a little crazy sometimes. He's only like 5 foot nothing. We call him Papa Smurf. I love him. He's my best buddy ever. And but the boy can ride. Boy can ride. You can check his channel out, Story Moto, ADV. You can find him on YouTube. And he's got some pretty cool reviews, man. And he's got some pretty cool stuff that he does up on there. And then tell you what, kid can ride. But when he's doing his stuff, he's got an X300 Versus, and it has that E04, E05 on there, or 805 or something like that from Shinko. I tell you what, the tire checks up, man. It does such a great job. And you can sit there and go and break the bank, okay? We've seen them all, man. I mean, the TKC 80, great tire, just expensive. It does a really good job all the way around. It's not good or bad. It's good. It's a good tire. The Anarchy Wild saw those. I'll tell you what, everybody was sitting there pumping that tire up, and I can tell you right now, I didn't like it. I didn't think it did very good. We went through Colorado, crazy nano alert, not there. I just don't think it did a great job. He was slipping a lot. That's my buddy, MacGyver. You've heard me talk about him. He basically rides both directions. He does Harleys. He does dual sports. And we're back. 690 garage. But my thing is, take it with, a grain of salt when you're shopping for those tires. Do a lot of research. The more research you do, the less it makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to have a rant about that not too far in the future. But other than that, the tires, do lots of research and test them out. And by all means, please try to learn how to do your own tires. You'll save yourself a ton of money. You'll get more knowledgeable in what you do. And it's a lot of fun, actually. I kind of enjoy it. And anyway, here is that E-07 tire. And like I said, it doesn't look that aggressive, but it will bite you. And it is a great tire. Just telling you right now. Anyway, hey, my name's Joe. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Please check us out. Please, anything. Give us a like, all that stuff. We're growing, and we appreciate everything that you do. I can't tell you how much I thank everybody for all comments, likes, all that type of stuff. Just thank you so much. I so much appreciate you. Like I said, every Friday, 9 p.m., Rant and Ride. We appreciate you. My name's Joe, 690 Garage, 690 80V. I am out. You guys have a good one. Thank you. Bye.